Hello everyone, this is Jagtar Shergill. Today I'm going to start with the chapter number 2 for a RIBO Level 1 exam to become a registered insurance broker. So if I already had one chapter on the YouTube, so you can go through that. So let's go to chapter number 2. So in chapter number 2 is how insurance is organized in Canada. So there's a few topics. That's one is identify two ways the public can purchase insurance. Then there's a difference between agencies and brokerages. Then role of government in insurers and distinguish between stock companies and mutual companies and the departments within the brokerage and within the insurance companies and list the governments in Canada that sell property and casualty insurance and distinguish between Lloyd's of London and managing general agents. So, so let's start with the who are the right who writes insurance. Like there's two types of companies. One is direct insurers like Allstate and Desjardins, Belair Direct, and cooperators. So they sell directly to the companies and or through the agents. So and other ones is intermediaries like Intact Insurance, Aviva, Vavanisa, Travelers, and these companies are dealing with brokerage, so they don't sell directly. They You have to go through the brokers to get insurance from these companies, and then there's independent agencies and independent brokerages. Independent agencies like cooperators have their own agency, so that agency only deal with one company. They can sell their products only, whereas independent brokerages are associated with more than two or more than two companies where they sell for clients' needs. So they represent clients and then they sell the insurance with which they have contracts with. So, so there's insurance agents and in that, and there's insurance brokers. So insurance agents are with the Insurance agents are with direct writers like cooperatives and State Farm, which is in states now. Actually, here is this Jardins and cooperators, whereas the insurance brokers work with insurance brokerages and deal with a number of companies and works for the best interests of the client and find them best rate wherever possible. And and there's two types of insurance companies. Uh, like there's a First of all, this government also insure in some provinces like in British Columbia and Saskatchewan and Manitoba. They have government insurance. So they provide mostly third party liability and in some cases also collision coverage also in Saskatchewan, collision and comprehensive. Uh, but most of the Canada, like Ontario, uh, is all through private companies. So private insurers like either direct writers or uh, companies going through the brokerages. And so then there's a two types of companies. One is mutual company and one is stock insurance company. Mutual companies, like, they work on the principle that they make enough money to cover the expenses. They don't work for the shareholders. So the any income generated or profit generated either are invested back into the insurance company or given back to the clients in return of lower premiums or sometimes in cash return as well. Wherever stock companies are owned by the shareholders, so they make profit for the shareholders. So either they uh, give profits back to the shareholders or they invest more to make the company grow. So there's two companies like stock companies and mutual companies. Mutual companies are mostly like a Vavanisa Insurance Company is mutual Mutual company is also another one, and the stock companies are like Intact and Aviva. And insurance company structure, organization, and roles. So insurance company pay claims, and they have underwriting departments, and they have a IT department, and they have a business development. And same thing in insurance brokerage is also like a mini insurance company kind of thing. Like they have their own department, like underwriting, uh, commercial department, and personal lines where we write auto and home insurance, commercial where we do commercial business property, like that kind of insurance. And we have in-house underwriters as well. So underwriters who when brokers submit their insurance applications, in-house underwriters at the brokerages, they go through the applications and see if it fits with the insurance company's guidelines and business is okay to process. So some new brokers have to go through team leaders so that there's no mistake, uh, uh, writing applications, because in auto insurance, actually the insurance brokers are the first underwriters. Because if you give the insurance slip to the client and you accept the check, and you tell them that they have insurance and they can go on the road and drive, and they have insurance, even though if company denies that application later on, that can be a big claim on insurance brokerage errors and mission insurance, because client got the slip assuming that they have insurance. So that's why it's very important for the insurance brokers to follow the insurance company guidelines to make sure the client falls under that category of insurance company where you are writing a business. You There's a very little chance of mistake. Mistakes do happen, but it's very costly. So in the insurance brokerage, same small brokerage have mostly either one department looking after commercial and personal lines, or also claims. But in bigger brokerage, there's all different departments. Claims department separate, personal lines, auto and home insurance separate, commercial lines separate, and then underwriting department, and there's accounting department. Like in our brokerage, we have about 6 people working in the accounting department, about 6 or 7 people in underwriting. Then we have people uh, in different roles, like vice president, we have manager, and over 100 brokers we have. So it's as the brokerage goes bigger, the everybody get their own jobs, like commercial underwriting, personal underwriting, and accounting, and marketing, like that. So it's all different departments. And we have a IT department where one person is looking after all the computers and any system failure or upgrades. So that's how the system works. And also there's other markets too, like talked to you regarding stock insurance companies, mutual insurance companies, and then there are government give insurance, like in BC, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. And there's a market like Lloyd's of London. Like Lloyd's of London is not actually an insurance company. They work with the insurer brokers, like this wholesalers, like wholesalers have contract with Lloyd's, and we brokers uh, get the insurance from those wholesalers. Like Premium Marine is one wholesaler, and there are some other wholesalers like Forward, and so they are intermediary between um, uh, wholesalers and the brokers. So they are actually not an insurance company. And managing general agent is that's the one, is the wholesale brokers. Like we have Paul Insurance, Premier, and some excess underwritings. So these are the insurance. So they are the brokers, but they work for the other brokers to give those wholesale brokers do not work directly with the public, but they give insurance to the brokerages. Like some is it's for unique niche markets which regular companies do not write it, but some underwriters like wholesale brokers go uh, provide those products. So that's it's called wholesale brokers or managing general agents. So that was the chapter for number 2. So it's not a big chapter, so we can go through chapter number 3 later on. And I hope you got some idea about the chapter 2, but you can go line by line from the book to see how it goes. Like now you know that insurance company that sells insurance product directly to customers is called direct writer, and an intermediary is a person or organization who acts as a mediator or link between two parties, and someone who primarily represents the interest of the client in an insurance transaction is called insurance broker. And insurance broker employs agents to sell and service clients. That's not true. Insurance brokerage hire brokers to find the clients and help the clients with their insurance needs to different companies which they represents. So in Canada, there are two types of insurers, governments and private. And the insurance transaction, insurance brokers primarily represent the interests of the client. So, and there's another question, which of the following types of insurance is not sold by the government of Ontario? Automobile. So, automobile insurance is not sold by government of Ontario. In Ontario, all auto, home, and commercial insurance is sold through private companies. And stock insurance companies owned by the stock shareholders, and mutual company is owned by the policyholders. What is the one of the primary goal of a mutual insurance company? To collect sufficient premiums to cover the cost of paying claims and operating the company. So these were some of the questions in the back of the chapter. So that chapter number 2 is complete. So you can go through this line by line and know about it. What is insurance broker? What is insurance agent? And what kind of insurance companies are there? Mutual company and stock companies. And government also do insurance in BC, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. In Ontario, there's only insurance through private companies, so government is not involved in selling insurance. So then you have to know the structure of insurance company and brokerage structure. So that completes chapter 2. So I hope you understand a little bit from my side about the chapter number 2 for a RIBO level 2. So go through this chapter line by line and understand the concept. You don't have to cram it. So, and you will be ready for the next chapter. So I will bring the next chapter in next week. So until then, I'll say study, and if you have any question, comment, please comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and all the best in your education. Thanks for watching.